That's a good press up there. And another long ball behind. Oh, that was offside. That was definitely tight offside. Maddie Harris, really good pressing right there, trying to make sure that Karen Clark doesn't have time to clear a ball for Belconnen. And Wagga not afraid of putting 5 players against the defense of Belco offensively. A couple of headers, Belconnen trying to clear the ball, but a handball by Miranda Walker. Mia McGovern playing quickly with Michaela Thornton. She has a little bit of time. She's trying to find Forner behind Carey, but Waya is here to clear.
Yeah, Forner just doesn't have the same pace, does she?
Great praise by Forner, although she's getting the ball back. She's trying to find Samantha Price at the end of the box, who passes the ball for Michaela Thornton, but unfortunately her shot is just out wide.
Yeah, Forner showed just great skill there. She didn't get to the ball first, but still won it and created a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, good on her for believing it until the end, and Suze Waya probably took it a little bit too casual, thinking that she wasn't going to be chased. Jessie Rashad finding McGovern, who's trying to change the game for Vanessa Ryan. Looks like a handball. It is a handball.
Yeah, Wagga have done well at keeping that compact shape in the middle, and you can see quite often Michaela Thornton is showing and calling for the ball, but her teammates just aren't quite confident of that compact defence in the middle there, so they're opting for the wide balls and the long balls.
And it's also, I think it's probably one of the first games that I see Nicole Jalosha playing in the midfield, so that's maybe a bit of a time for Belconnen to adapt to their new member in midfield there. Samantha Ems out of her box with the ball to feet. No nonsense, just clearing the ball out for a throw-in. Rashad trying to find Jalocha, but Vakari was here. And the ball's back to Jessie Rashad. Good prize by Vakari, who can intercept the ball, and now a little bit of a duel between Harris and Thornton in the middle. Jazz Maguire, little header for Jalocha, but good clearance by the Wanderers, and unfortunately another throw-in for Russia on the right side. Russia trying to find Jalocha close to the box, but Miranda Walker is here. Can find Tuxar. Brian trying to put her under pressure. Tuxar clear only as far as Russia, but Vakari again was here. Vakari trying to find Castle behind McGovern. Good turn by McGovern. One of those balls in the midfield finally. Unfortunately, the control wasn't great by Jalosha. Forner has a bit of time. Another ball behind Benji Nicholson for Catherine Brown. She's got Jalosha in the middle, but she doesn't see her. She's coming back behind for Forner. McGovern 35 meters away. Great ball to feed for Michaela Thornton, but a good defense by Waya. Thornton again with the ball.
As you can see, that real physical battle in the middle there. That's what we predicted, is that Wagga would be physical in the middle, and you can see they're really roughing up Michaela Thornton in the middle there.
Jalosha giving the ball back to McGovern. Exactly, and that was needed right there, because Belconnen looked like they had a momentum. That strong defense from Wagga forced them to go back and play in their back four. Look at the high defense by Wagga City. Jalosha with the ball. She's finding Jazz Maguire. Again, a very, very tight offside.
Yeah, Belconnen are pushing very, very high here. I would expect if this continues, we're going to see a lot of offside calls in this match.
Exactly, and we're already hearing Ahmed Oghul contesting that one, saying that Forner wasn't the one offside at the beginning of the action.
Yeah, it took Jazz Maguire quite a long time to get herself into an onside position before that play.
Suzy Waya with the ball. Just a square one to Ava Tuxar. Miranda Walker finds Tess Vakari. That's a great left foot from Vakari, trying to find Castle in the box. But straight to the gloves of Giovinazzo.
And of course, it's a proven fact. The more numbers you get in the box, the more likely you are to score. At the moment, Wagga are only managing to get one player in the box for those crosses, and if they can't increase that, they might find it a little bit difficult.
Exactly, and on the other side, when Rashad has the ball running on the right side, there are a couple of players from Belco already in the box and a couple more just at the outside of the box. And she found Jalocha right here. Good pass for Michaela Thornton. Good little dribble and a shot for 25 meters just out wide. A bit too much height anyway. Samantha Ems with the goal kick. Ava Tuxar trying to find Tess Vakari. She does. Maddie Harris trying to get out of Jalocha's marking over there. Quite a strict marking. McGovern for Clark, who's coming back to McGovern. And again, a good high press for Wagga City Wanderers. Clark, long ball up for Vanessa Ryan. Another offside. I guess it's going to be a battle of passions. You know, if Belconnen try to find the exact right timing to throw that ball behind the defense, they're going to have a lot more opportunities. But staying on side is definitely key for the Blue Devils today.
Yeah, I'd have to wonder if it's the right approach with this Wagga team, because obviously in Wagga you have Susie Wire there who's pretty quick on her feet. So if you're going to end up in a running battle, it may not be the best approach for Belconnen. And of course, Belconnen have this beautiful passing game. You know, why wouldn't you pass to get the ball a little bit closer to that danger zone?
Exactly, and they also, Wagga City is also very keen to press. So if you just keep playing the ball within your half, they're going to start coming out to you and you might get more opportunities. Rush out with the throw-in.
Brown's wandering out on that left side all on her own, so if they could get a cross in.
Forner and Price combining on the right side. Some pretty skills over here. Now Forner in front of Waya. She's limiting her. That's a good cross. Maguire was by herself, but a little bit too much height for her, and Brendan Nicholson can clear the ball. Suzy Waya saving the ball from going into corner, but it's a throw-in on the right side for Jessie Rashad. Jessie Rashad trying to find Jazz Maguire in the middle, couldn't quite control the ball, and Mirala Walker can clear it all the way to Megan Castle, and now Piper Lockley. Fortunately, Piper Lockley seemed like she took a bit of a knock. She's standing back up. Bit of a hobble.
Just decided to walk it off there.
Running straight back to the ball. Tia Lyons. And now the ball back to the Blue Devils for Michaela Thornton, who's finding Karen Clark behind her. Clark for Price. It's giving back to Clark. That front four a bit static, but a long ball behind for Catherine Brown, who's going to be able to get the ball before it goes out. Straight cross from her left foot in the gloves of Samantha Ems.
Another long ball here from Wagga.
Straight on the head of the Blue Devil, but a header not well hit by Jessie Rashad.
You know, I don't know about you, Jeremy, but I wouldn't back myself in an aerial challenge with Jessie Rashad.
Exactly, especially with that cold. And a throwing for Lisa Carey. Another header for Jessie Rashad. Good ball won by Michaela Thornton. No free kick, no foul, says the referee. Miranda Walker was definitely asking for one on that one. And Walker pass deflected by Price, which will be a throw-in for Lisa Carey. Walker taking a little bit of time to get back up right there. Good prize by Maddie Harris, forcing Karen Clark to go all the way back down to her keeper. It's going back to Clark now. And again, Clark complaining that there's no solution to pass the ball, so she has to go for those long ball. The two fullbacks for Belconnen are very, very quick to go down the line And I think that's probably a problem for the centre back trying to play that short passing ball that we know Belconnen is capable of. Look at Miranda Walker not hesitating to go against Rashad.
Yeah, she got up, but Rashad didn't even have to jump for that one.
Catherine Brown was trying to find Alexia Forner behind Wagga, but Wagga was very, very vigilant. And over there, luckily, being stopped by Vanessa Ryan. 20 minutes in and still 0-0. That's a very entertaining game so far.
Yeah, I think Wagga is doing a really good job of disrupting Belco's style of play. You know, Belconnen is a team that's beautiful to watch because they can pass through 11 players before they score a goal, you know, all the way back to keeper, back through the midfield, and then they can score goals. Wagga's really crowding them in the midfield, so they're being forced to play those long balls and those wide balls often.
Exactly, and the key will be how long can Wagga play that game. Because it's the first time Belconnen is facing a team who's really putting that kind of pressure on them. That's a good long ball for Clark right here. Forner was not offside.
Oh, I was surprised not to see that one called offside.
I think Coach Sam Gray is as surprised as you are. A little bit of a push by Michaela Thornton, but not signaled by the referee. And the ball is back in the feet of the Blue Devil back four.
Nice little one-touch pass there by Michaela.
Great passes in the middle, and that almost created a bit of space, but unfortunately the pass from Georgia was not very precise. And now Wagga City with the ball. Long ball for Lockley, who's winning the throw-in all the way on the right side. We haven't seen Wagga City too much on that side of the pitch, so it'll be good to see Maddie Harris trying to do something. Good. That was a good ball for Vakari, but Rashad was here. Kari and Vakari can't combine. And now the ball back in Jalosha for Jalosha in the center circle. Michaela Thornton. Good positioning again by Miranda Walker, not leaving an inch of space to Thornton.
Miranda Walker's really just not letting her turn, you know. She's forcing those balls to be played backwards all the time.
And then the whole team's doing the same. Look at Lisa Carey, the fullback, making sure that she doesn't stop the teamwork effort while Vakari is covering her. Giovanizzo finding McGovern, and there's a couple of players around her already with the press. Thornton missed that pass, and Miranda Walker from 25 meters trying to score. What a great tackle by Clark.
I would have loved to have seen Walker hit that one touch earlier.
And now a long ball in the back of the Wagga defense. Waya trying to resist Maguire. She won a bit of time with that tackle. Maguire finding Jalocha in the edge of the box and right in the gloves of Samantha Ems.
Really great pace in there by Jazz Maguire to win that ball.
Exactly, and Waya taking a bit of time to go back on the field now. I can see that she's got her left thigh strapped. Hopefully she can keep running the rest of the game. Sorry. Was an opportunity for Miranda Walker earlier. The ball 25 meters from the goal. She could have passed the ball when she saw Karen Clark coming that fast to her. What
an upset that would have been, Wagga scoring first. And you know, this game so far is a real credit to Sam Gray. It looks like they've done their research on this Belconnen team, and at the moment they've got them worked out.
Exactly, getting that ball off again a high press shows how much work they are doing in the midfield right now. Mia McGovern trying to find a solution on the left side. She's finding Vanessa Ryan. A lot of space for Ryan. Getting through Brian Nicholson, trying for the short cross, and unfortunately no one from Belconnen in the middle of the box.
Yeah, again, both teams are really struggling to get those numbers in the box on any attack at the moment.
And the ball goes back in the front, for Belconnen. Samantha Price for Maguire, who tried a cheeky back heel but couldn't connect. Catherine Brown has the ball, finds Alexia Fournier, who can put the ball to floor. Rashad back to Fournier. Oh, that was a good run by Jalosha, but Fournier didn't try to put the ball behind.
Yeah, you look how many Wagga players are behind the ball right now.
Exactly.
Not only are they preventing Belconnen from stretching the pitch wide, they're preventing them from stretching the pitch long. These Belconnen players, who are used to having a lot of space in the middle to work, have no space at all.
Exactly, very dense. And this time, Brendan Nicholson was able to chase Vanessa Ryan and to get the ball back from her. That's a good win for Brian Nicholson. He'll boost her confidence. Vanessa Ryan for the throwing. Catherine Brown priced by Lockley, but she can find Jalocha at the end of the box. Good defense by Soricha Lions to make sure that Jalocha can't shoot that ball. Mia McGovern closing in on Castle. Clark with the now famous shrug that she's had for the whole first half. McGovern finding Forner in the midfield, closed in straight away. McGovern again, a ball for Jalocha. She's definitely offside.
Another one.
Well called by the referee.
Yeah, you could take a taxi. That was so far offside.
Ava Toxa trying to clear that ball. A bit of movement in the front 3-4. Wagga City, she's trying to find Megan Castle, but Mia McGovern is here. Jalocha for Rashad on the right side. Rashad for Price, and Price trying to find Maguire. The ball a little bit too long, and Samantha Hems with no problem giving the ball to Lisa Carey. Lisa Carey trying to dribble off Samantha Price, and she earns the throw-in.
Yeah, when the Wagga's goalkeeper has the ball, Brandy Nicholson just doesn't seem to be getting back and dropping off and providing that option on the right. So, Belco are going to start to read that and say, this is very predictable, this is where we can win the ball and this is where we can create goal-scoring opportunities.
Exactly, yeah, and I think that speaks to probably the lack of confidence Nicholson has right now on the right, with Brown and Ryan often using her side to try and bring the danger in the zone. And another offside for Belconnen.
Yes, it's at the moment I think the Belconnen side are channeling the Matildas in the last World Cup. All these offside calls.
Michaela Thornton with the ball. Thornton with the ball in the midfield for Forner. Forner is going to try and find Rasha on the right side. Carey, so he was able to put a foot on it. What a precious foot it was. That's a throw-in for Rasha. Long throwing straight for Maguire. Good praise by Ava Taxa. Unfortunately, Catherine Brown was able to go in front of Brandy Nicholson, and the ball cleared for a throw-in again.
I'd like to see Jazz Maguire just be a little bit stronger in there. Have that, real bloodthirsty hunger for the ball at 9.
No one on her right now, and she's got a bit of space. Trying the left foot from 25 meter, unfortunately could not connect properly, and no danger for Sam Hems. Susie Waya in her box, finding Carey on the left side. Carey trying the ball straight for Megan Castle, but unfortunately the defense of Belconnen is here. Clark trying to find Brown, a little bit too much on it again. Straight for Hems. Hems trying to find playing shot with Ava Texar. Good drop by Lions. That was Harris, sorry, and then Texar trying to find Lockley all the way up to the right. Good combination right now, Harris and Lockley, and Harris trying to find Walker, but a little bit too much on her pass, and now the ball back for Belconnen. Price and Forner combining. Great pass by Forner for Maguire. This time it's not offside. She's getting into the box. 1-1 versus Hems. Left foot,
yes,
great shot.
Jazz Maguire.
Great shot and great goal by Jazz Maguire.
There's always that little bit of doubt that creeps in once you've gone 1v1 with the keeper and you've missed once before, but she held her nerve. Jazz Maguire's a really clever footballer. In fact, she's actually done her C coaching licence, so she knows the game, she knows how to read the game, and it's great to see her bag a goal today.
Exactly, and she definitely learned from that first 1v1. She took her time this time, took the extra touch, brought the ball into the box, and then that left foot in the opposite side net. Great goal from Belconnen. The game has started for Belconnen. And Lisa Carey trying to answer straight away for Wagga City. Long ball for Piper Lockley, who's on the left side now, but unfortunately it's a goal kick for Belconnen.
Yeah, Wagga have to take a lot of confidence for how long they were able to hold Belconnen out here, and I don't get a sense from them at all that they're down and out. Look, you can see they're on the attack again straight away, and they believe, every single one of these players on the Wagga team believes they can get the next goal. It's great.
Exactly, nothing has changed. We press as high. The only thing that changes, the Belconnen team now know that if they do focus on staying on side, they'll have opportunities to score. A long ball for Catherine Brown, who left from her own half, so she's not offside. She's getting into the box. Forner is in the middle. She's trying to find her, but the cross straight in the gloves of Sam Ems. She's trying to play quick for Lisa Carey. Unfortunately, Samantha Price was here. Lisa Carey pressed, trying to get something from it, and she does.
Takes out the linesman's flag at the same time.
She gets the flag. Throw in for Wagga City Wanderers. Going to be a long throw in right in the feet of Piper Lockley. She's got two players around her.
Yeah, there's not much movement at all around these Wagga throw-ins. There's a lot of flat feet and stagnancy.
And Piper Lockley won a free kick on that one. It's just Lockley trying to slowly creep out behind Rashad saw her now. Walker will take care of that free kick to try and bring the ball as high as possible. Maddie Harris. Sorry, Tia Lyons, excuse me. Thornton could give the ball to Clark. McGovern, good press by Maddie Harris.
Beautiful challenge by Maddie Harris.
She's trying to find Megan Castle straight away. Castle holds the ball, find Brittany Nicholson on the right side. Good defense by Vanessa Ryan, the right time, the right place. McGovern for Clark. There's a bit of space on the right side, but unfortunately everyone's running away from Clark. And the ball goes straight to Lisa Carey. Rashad with the throw-in. Nicole Jalocha. That ball was maybe a pass, maybe a dribble. Ends up in the feet of Jalocha again. Jalocha in the box. She's got Maguire on the middle. She's looking for her. She finds her. Oh, what a miss.
Jazz Maguire. She'll be disappointed with that result. In fact, I would have backed Jalocha to take a shot from there. How many goals have we seen her score from there?
Exactly. Very, very selfless play from Jalocha, who surely thought that Maguire would have tapped that one into the empty net. Maguire would be mad at herself for putting that one out wide.
Yeah, she'll be so mad with herself over that one.
And Wagga City trying to build from the back again. Waya trying to find Lockley, but Rashad is here.
There's that signature move again, exactly. That outside of the foot turn. And she's lost her boot.
Good pass by Clark for Rashad on the right side. Starts to be numbered in the box now for Belconnen. Rashad trying to find a cutback. No one, unfortunately, at the reception.
See, that's where Michaela Thornton would have been.
Exactly.
She wasn't busy putting her boot back on.
Great tactic by Maddie Harris getting that boot out. That was the right idea, though, by Rashad. Every single player sort of running toward the goal, trying to find a cutback, is usually going to be the most threatening weapon. That clearance by Samantha Ems went all the way to Castle, but Vanessa Ryan was here to cover for McGovern, who couldn't quite get that ball. On the right side now, Samantha Price trying to find Rashad in the middle.
Here we go with Walker.
Rashad giving the ball to Walker. Walker, that defense from Thornton.
Yeah, I thought Walker was going to claim it there.
And that'll be the first yellow card of the game, deserved, I think, for Thornton, who just wanted to make sure that Miana Walker was not going to get her shot.
Walker's that player too who just makes a little bit of noise every time she gets a bump, so it puts that seed in the referee's mind that, she's getting touched up a little bit.
When you're the captain, you got to make sure that they know it.
Right.
Looks like she's going to look after that free kick herself. Unless she plays with Lockley on her left side. Yeah, she seems determined. It's quite the run. Yana Walker right in the box. The header from Castle.
That ball was perfectly placed for a header.
It was a great ball. And second chance, the ball for Harris in the middle.
Oh!
Good challenge, and she get a corner kick from it.
Fantastic battle in the box there.
It was a good sequence from Wagga City, trying to fight for every single ball. On that free kick by Miana Walker, Megan Castle tried to put a header, but Karen Clark was here. And then Maddie Harris fighting for that second ball. The corner kick will be for Tess Vakari. And we hear Sam Gray positioning the girls in the box. Look at the numbers for Belconnen in the box.
Absolutely. Sam wants more players in the box, more chances for getting a goal in here.
Exactly, and that corner kick cleared by the Belconnen players straight away.
Right. I mean, what's Sam got to lose? He knows he has to get points from this game. So what you want to do is you want to play an attacking style of football. Sometimes you have to take risks.
Exactly, and they're taking those risks right now and trying to fight for every ball. Vakari right now with Vanessa Ryan. Ryan be able to find Brown behind her. Brown will just circulate the ball. McGovern for Clark. Good press by Maddie Harris, forcing Clark to put the ball out in throw-in.
Yeah, it's not often you see Karen Clark have to put the ball out. If in doubt, kick it out. You don't see that very often with Belconnen, and that's just a testament to how well Wagga is pressing.
Exactly, and they win another corner kick with that header from Maddie Harris for Piper Lockley on the right side, and Lockley very, very smartly, very intelligently getting a corner kick over there that she will shoot herself.
And again, they've got a lot of numbers in the box on that far post.
That's a good corner on the far post, though. Unfortunately, Clark was here, and Miranda Walker at the second chance, just above the crossbar, a little bit more than just above. That's what Wagga City is missing, though. Everyone is at the second post. No one's really diving for the first post. I mean, that corner kick was far, but the first corner kick being a bit short, there was no pressure, no danger for Belconnen. McGovern finding Price in feet, and that's where the danger can come from. Rashard, unfortunately that pass goes straight to Waya. Waya finding Vakari. Vakari trying to give the ball at once.
Nice one-touch pass there.
By Castle, very good. And Castle unfortunately couldn't keep that ball. Forner has it back now. McGovern. Price. She was under no pressure. She tried to give the ball one touch for Rashard, but unfortunately didn't connect properly with it. And a throwing for...
Again, there's just not much movement in here in these throw-ins.
Wagga. Lockley giving the ball back to Carey. Carey trying to find Walker all the way down. That's a long ball for Walker to chase. Oh. That's a very good press right here that could have costed something to Giovinazzo. Dangerous pass by McGovern to Giovinazzo all along the line. And Belconnen trying to get the counter. There's just not a lot of runs going on for that counter attack. And Wagga City can clear the ball. Lisa Carey trying to find Lockley, but Rasha has the ball. That pass intercepted by Lisa Carey. Belconnen is struggling to find the ball to fit.
Yeah, it just feels like they're rushing things a little bit here. They're feeling the pressure.
Definitely, and again, all credit to the Wanderers to make sure that Belconnen didn't think after one goal the game was over. Very coolly done by Tia Lyons over here. Now Lockley.
Beautiful little step over by Lockley.
Great step over, and she couldn't eliminate Rasha, but she almost got a good ball from it. Tuxar and Brown over there fighting for the ball.
Referee didn't like something he saw in that.
And that's a foul. Seemed to be a fair challenge, but Wagga won't complain about a free kick in the last 20. The ball for Maddie Harris. Back down to Tuxar. Oh, that controlled by Tuxar unfortunately puts the ball out, and that's a throw-in for Belconnen.
And again, look at how many people Wagga have behind the ball. They've had some great discipline in this half, just getting numbers behind the ball in defence.
Exactly, and some great effort, which is why they are only trailing by 1 goal, really. Clark with the ball now, and already the pressure coming up. Clark trying to find Rashad behind the defence, but that ball had too much power on it, and that's a goal kick.
And again, they're just trying these long balls and these wide balls from quite deep in there. You know, it's because they can't get these passes together in the midfield. Wagga are denying their passing game through the midfield, and they're just getting these poor angles on those forward balls.
Exactly, and I think Belconnen would be more used to Wagga to play on synthetic. So those long balls on synthetic are just really hard to time properly, to pace properly, because of the bounce will definitely make it faster.
Right, and obviously this season, this is Belconnen's home ground, so they've been playing, you know, at least half of their matches on this surface.
Clark for a long ball, but no one really on it. Brown trying to put a bit of pressure on Ems, but Ems can clear that ball. With a header from McGovern, luckily Clark was still in the position that she was earlier and could cover that ball. Jalocha in the midfield for Forner. Now it's a bit dangerous, 6 against 5. Oh, that pass from Forner.
Right. Jessie Rasher was just biding her time, timing her run out here on the right-hand side, and that probably would have been a better option.
They haven't found themselves often 6 against 5, and there was an opportunity that could have done better than what happened. Forner with the ball now again. This time for McGovern behind her. McGovern finding Brown. Good one-touch ball for Maguire. Maguire at the end of the box. Left foot again, good shoot, and the same goal.
Yeah,
What
she's having
goal.
a field day today.
What a goal.
All it took was that one mistake, and that was it. She got herself right, and now look at this, two goals for Jazz Maguire.
Exactly, and Waya wasn't too sure what to do defensively, because Maguire had solutions in the box, but a nice little touch, pushing the ball in the box. Great shot. Again, the opposite net. 2-0. And Maguire with a brace. Wagga City's job now is going to be harder and harder. But the press is still there, and luckily forcing Clark to put that ball in out again, and another throw-in for Lisa Carey. Megan Castle has a bit of space. But Michaela Thornton is there. Maddie Harris trying to close in, and Thornton can find Giovinazzo all the way down in her box. Giovinazzo for McGovern. Goes to the left to Ryan. Jalocha in the middle, but Maddie Harris is already here to press. And now we go and look for the other side. Clark, long ball for Rasha. That was almost a good ball, but it was again too much on it.
I've been really impressed so far by the work rate by Maddie Harris in that press.
Exactly, and a couple of weeks ago against United Academy, she wasn't here, Maddie Harris, and Sam Gray was saying how much they miss her when she's not there, and we can definitely see why today. McGovern, very lucky, that little dribble of Megan Castle. She almost lost the ball. And now she's finding Catherine Brown, but her control had a bit too much on it, and the ball went back on to the Wanderers' feet. And that's the half time. That was a very good first half. Sorry, I got taken aback a little bit. I thought there was another minute to it. 2-0 for Belconnen. Belconnen, who had the majority of chances, we have to say, but a lot of time found themselves offside.
Yeah, look, Belconnen probably could be a few more goals up here. But you know, I really feel that Sam Gray could take a lot of positives from that first half. For a start, defensively, they've been very sound. And the 2-0 scoreline doesn't really do it justice. Wagga have done a fantastic job of keeping things compact and just sort of denying that midfield play by Belconnen that we're so used to them having, like, that's one of their key strengths, and Wagga has denied them for the first half.
Exactly, and I called Belconnen a road roller at the beginning of the game, and it's definitely not happening today. I guess the key for the Wanderers in the second half is whatever little opportunity they're going to have, they can't waste them. They have to make the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Michaela Thornton would have a right to feel a bit frustrated in there. That matchup, with her and Walker has been everything we were hoping for before this match started.
Exactly, and looking forward to see the second half and hopefully no rain or no snow.
No snow. Don't make me cry. I'm disappointed.
See you later, everyone. Welcome back to Hawker Football Center for that second half between Belconnen and Wagga City Wanderers. The score so far 2-0. Jazz Maguire with a brace, two great goals, left foot from within the box. And we've seen a great matchup between Wagga City Wanderers and Belconnen. The Wanderers have been quite strong in the midfield and have basically prevented Belconnen from playing their play.
Yeah, look, the scoreline doesn't really tell the story. I'd almost say it was a defensive masterclass by Wagga, if not for those two goals. They've done such a great job keeping compact, denying midfield play by Belconnen, forcing Belconnen to repetitively pass the ball back or rush passes forward when the ball's not really on.
Exactly, and when Wagga City had the ball, Belconnen was forced more often than not to commit fouls. Only one yellow card so far, and it's for Michaela Thornton. And eavesdropping, we could hear Sam Gray pointing it out to his girls. They had more free kicks than Belconnen, and they can bring the danger in that box thanks to those free kicks.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they're pressing so effectively, and those battles, of Belconnen's backline and Wagga's forward line are just going to create more and more opportunities like that. So, there will be opportunities. I have no doubt whatsoever there's going to be opportunities for Wagga in this second half. They just need to convert them.
Exactly, and the referees are coming back on the field. Doesn't seem like there was any substitution during the halftime. Sorry. One thing that we did see when Wagga City faced Canberra United Academy is that during the second half, the intensity was definitely a little bit lower, and that's a key for Wagga City against Belconnen. Belconnen, like you said at the beginning, Sarah, has such depth on the bench. You just can't let your guard down. Right,
and I mean you just can't forget that these Wagga players are driving 3 hours to get to games. That's going to play a part, and I think that plays a part into why they just peter off a little bit in the second half.
Exactly, and we hope that they'll hold as long as possible for that second half. That's the whistle sorry by Ricardo right now, and the ball in the feet of Belconnen. Michaela Thornton with her first ball of the second half in the middle of the pitch, and that press straight away. Clark forced to do the long ball. Catherine Brown has a bit of time. She's got Vanessa Ryan on her left.
Lovely little wraparound run by Vanessa Ryan.
And she's trying to get all the way inside the box. She does. Cut back for Samantha Price. Unfortunately, can't quite hit that ball.
That was a great opportunity. All she needed to do was get her head over the ball.
Exactly. And Vanessa Ryan, great run on the left. Did very well to resist Waya's defense. And a very, very smart little back pass. Samantha Price should and could have done better.
It was really patient by Catherine Brown too, just holding the ball long enough to let Ryan get that wraparound run done.
That left side from Belconnen has been really, really strong all season. And now Wagga trying to get that ball out. Megan Castle couldn't control, but Maddie Harris is here. The ball for Vakari. Vakari can resist to Brown. Vakari trying to find Lockley. Lockley who's getting to the box. Good cover by Rashad. Who's preventing the corner kick, but now Lockley gets the ball back. I think she was trying to get a cheeky corner, but unfortunately the ball goes straight into a goal kick for Belconnen. Great pass from Bakari for Lockley. Unfortunately, Rashad read that perfectly and could defend well on Lockley. And now the ball is back in Belconnen feet. Jalocha going back for Clark. Clark has to just clear that ball as far as she can and on no one, but the second ball is for Samantha Price. Forner. One touch for Thornton. Thornton trying to launch Ryan, but Waya is here. And now Ems, she got a bit of time to clear the ball.
That was the most attacking play Michaela Thornton's been able to do since probably the first 5 minutes of the game. And of course, there you go, got that ball into that empty pocket on the left-hand side.
Exactly, and I think that's also one of the key. Miranda Walker is going to have to keep closing in on Michaela Thornton if they want to keep the danger away from their defense. That's a good little nutmeg there from Lockley on Rashad, but Rashad was able to turn around really quickly. Clark finding Price in the feet. Price for Jalocha square. Jalocha has a bit of space, she can turn around. She tried to find Forner. Try that little back heel for Brown. But Brandy Nicholson was here to clear it with a bit of luck. Long ball for Megan Castle. McGovern can close that one in. and finding their goalkeeper, Jess Giovinazzo. The path of Giovinazzo, a little bit too much for Clark, and he goes straight to Lockley. Lockley trying a center across, from her left foot. The ball goes back to Miranda Walker, 35 meters away, but push the ball a little bit too far. Vanessa Ryan can clear that ball with Catherine Brown. Comes back down to Jalocha. Good press by Maddie Harris again. I don't know how many times we've said good press by Maddie Harris, but she's having a great game defensively.
Yeah, she's a bit like the Energizer Bunny. She just keeps going and going.
It's a great quality to have when you're in the midfield. Karen Clark finding Forner in the midfield. And who's on Forner? And now on Clark, Maddie Harris. Clark for McGovern. And we're going to go for that long ball for Brown, but Nicholson was able to get the ball and trying to find Vakari, but the ball a little bit too close to McGovern, who's conceding a throw-in.
Again, Belconnen just forcing it a little bit too much and forcing a turnover.
And then maybe a little bit too slow to get back into position as well. Vanessa Ryan did not close in Vakari. Miranda Walker with a little shove.
I think Walker will be lucky not to come away from that with a yellow card. Looks like she's just getting a warning from the referee.
Trying to mark her territory and telling the referee, I haven't done anything, but that was quite the shove on Thornton. Clark with the ball, finding Price in feet. Back to Clark and boom, English clearance. Waya has to resist Forner and Maguire can put her feet to the ball. Catherine Brown, nice little touch for Thornton. She's in the box, left foot on the
what
post.
A save. Was it post? Oh, I couldn't see.
Bit of both. Her hand was there for sure.
She certainly got down to it, didn't she?
Exactly. Talocha for Sam Price. Sam Price, great ball through for Rasha. Rasha, little touch, and the ball in the empty net. What a
ball, absolutely. Yeah, and, Rashad, a W League player, if you can't score from a ball like that, and you would expect her to score from a ball like that every single time.
Exactly, that's her third goal of the competition. The two first goals were headers on corner kick, and that's her first goal from foot, and that's left foot as well, in the empty net, that said.
You can see Belco really trying to get Michaela Day into more attacking positions now, and they're looking more dangerous straight away.
Exactly, and that brought the danger up front. That pass from Samantha Price, though, the right interval in between two players, perfect timing for Rashad. And then that 1v1 Rashad versus Ems, just very intelligently done by Rashad. 3-0 right here, and the second half had only started for 5 minutes. Clark, good clearance in front of Walker.
Is that an English clearance as well there, Jeremy?
That's an English clearance as well. That's the French in me talking.
Admittedly, I'd never heard that one, and I'm not surprised I heard it first from a Frenchman.
I have to say that I really thought that was the thing. We call it jeu à l'anglaise, the English play, when you just kick the ball, kick and go, kick and go,
right.
Kick and go. Brasha could not control that one, and that's a goal kick for Wagga City Wanderers. There's going to be some NPL 1 games this weekend as well. Russ Gibbs will be in the commentary tonight and tomorrow. Today at 5:30, Monaro Panthers are hosting Tuggeranong at Riverside. And then at 7:15, quite late, Russ Gibbs not going to be warm. Olympic is versus Gungahlin. Russ Gibbs will be with Frank Kasha for that game. Tomorrow, both games at 3 o'clock. The Tigers of Kuma are hosting Warden Western FC, and then Canberra, Croatia hosting Belconnen for what's going to be an amazing game. Russ Gibbs and Grace Gill will be on the commentary. Grace Gill commenting for her main counterpart. Tune into Bar TV or the YouTube channel of Capital Football for those games.
Yeah, talk about an experienced partnership, Russ Gibbs and Grace Gill. It's a hard act to follow. I'm glad we're on before.
No, I haven't heard their French accent yet, so we're winning.
Oui.
McGovern getting the ball down there. That's a bit of a blow for Wagga City to have conceded the ball a goal, sorry, so early in the second half. But they're still working hard. They're still playing high. Karen Clark trying to find Vanessa Ryan. Maguire tried as well, but unfortunately he goes straight to a goal kick.
Of course, we're on a little bit of an off angle here, but it did look to me like Vanessa Ryan was offside there.
Exactly, and I hope that the referee would have raised the flag if she had gone to the ball. That's our first substitution of the day. Vanessa Ryan is coming out. It looks like Samantha Price is going to play full-back position on the right, and on the left is, excuse me, Leah Carnegie coming in.
Yeah, it looks like Catherine Brown's dropped into the back line.
Yeah, Leah Karagi coming in, sorry. And yeah, Catherine Brown is now left back, and Samantha Price playing in the left wing. Piper Lockley with the ball. Leah Carnegie was able to deflect that ball, maybe a little bit of a handball, but the ref said, let's go. Jalocha finding Price. Price in the box, who's trying to give the ball back to Jalocha. Selfless, very selfless from Price, trying to get a second assist of the game.
Yeah, that Nicholson was just caught on the wrong side there, not goal side, and it's going to be hard to stop that ball.
Exactly, and that's a corner kick for Belconnen.
They were really lucky not to concede a goal there.
Alexia Forner is going to kick that corner. Last week she got 2 assists from corner kick. There's a bit of size for Belconnen always. Second post on the head of McGovern, and cannot really hit that ball properly. It's a goal kick for Wagga City. Waya running with the ball, trying to find Maddie Harris, but loses the ball unfortunately. Forner for Jalocha. Rasha started the run but didn't really go through. And a long ball behind McGovern right now for Megan Castle. Not a lot of support, so she's going to wait. She's finding Maddie Harris.
Nice little 1-2 there.
Back to Castle. Castle in the box, trying for her left foot. In the side of the net, unfortunately.
And again, just struggling to get more than one extra person in the box. You know, one attacking player in the box when that cross comes in is just not enough. I mean, if they miss the ball, then what?
Exactly, and that's what we said at the beginning of the second half. You want them to try and have enough energies for the whole of the second half. Throwing for Lisa Carey. Leah Carnegie is here to make sure that the ball doesn't go too far. Another throw-in for Lisa Carey. And again, it's only as far as Carnegie. Maguire chasing that ball. Carey able to push it to Ems.
That was one of Sam Gray's points in the halftime team talk, was that Sammy Ems is standing back there and she's calling for the ball and we're not using her. So make sure if she's there and she's the player who is unmarked, use your goalkeeper.
Exactly, and that was successful, that one. Karen Clark pressed by both Harris and Castle, but she can clear the ball. Look at the 20 players in 20 meters right there. Clark trying the long ball for Carnegie. Carnegie's going to chase that one, but unfortunately it comes a bit too short, and that's a throw-in for Carey. This time can get past Carnegie for Lockley. Lockley trying to dribble Rasha, but good cover by Jalosha, who finds Thornton, and now McGovern. Square for Clark, and now there's a bit of space for Clark. Trying to find Brown behind everyone. That's a really good ball. A little bit too much on it. I thought she could have.
I thought she was going to get there too.
That synthetic is a bit more slippery than we think, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be good to see with Catherine Brown now playing at left back. I think that she's going to be more dangerous out there. You saw her with a little bit of space out there when she was playing in the forward position. She's just never seeing the ball. I think we're going to see a lot more from Catherine Brown in the second half.
She'll get more opportunities for sure. Call for a handball, but the referee said let's play. McGovern, Forner, Forner turning around nicely, keeping control of the ball, finding Rashad on the right. Rashad for Thornton. Try to turn around and a bit of a charge by Tess Vakari. Good use of the body by Michaela Thornton there, making sure that no one could get to the ball without fouling her. And now Wagga City is defending a little bit low. Forner trying to go for a run. Forcing Faith, getting the ball again. Was she fouled? She was fouled.
Oh, that's going to be a dangerous free kick. Look, I think Wagga's defensive discipline is just starting to wane now. They're kind of all over the place. There's a lot more. They're giving, Belco a lot more room to run at them, and that's what you don't want to do with Belconnen.
Exactly, and during the first half, there was always so many bodies you had to go through to be able to run. And right now, Karen Clark could just go like a knife in butter. It's another French expression for you.
No, I know knife in butter. You know the English eat butter too.
And Alexa Forner behind that ball. That's a great focus. What a goal!
Absolutely beautiful free kick.
I didn't have time to say that's a great free kick, and the ball just cleaned the cobweb in the top left corner.
I mean, would you ever doubt that Alison Forner could kick a free kick in from there? I would never doubt her on that one.
And she is now by herself on the top of the goal-scoring ladder with 6 goals. Number 2 is Jalosha, Nicole Jalosha, her partner. That's 4-0 for Belconnen now. And Wagga City is now going to have to, I guess, concede a little bit less than all the other teams since the beginning of the season. McGovern for Price, who's playing with Thornton. Brown was calling that ball, but the ball was intercepted, and now Castle trying to find Miranda Walker. Castle in the middle of 3 players. Good defense by Belconnen. Forner trying the long ball for Carnegie, who is offside. The referee not raising the flag because the ball was touched by Wagga defender.
Yeah, Susie Ware was calling for the offside there. But Wagga is again just not as disciplined. They're not as effective at pushing up and catching, using that offside rule to their advantage.
Exactly, and that ball by Walker was a little bit of a go for a run, Tess Vakari, and it's okay if you can't get it. Thornton with the ball, giving it to Price on the left side. Back to Thornton. Lockley closing in on her. McGovern finding Rasha on the right side. She tried to find Jalosha in it, but Jalosha couldn't control it. And Waya finding the Lions to try and get the ball back. And again, one of those clearances that unfortunately doesn't find anybody for the Wanderers. Carnegie on the right side tried to dribble but lost the ball. Vakari for Lions in the midfield. Lockley a little bit hit in, looked like the Achilles by Brown. She's able to get back on her feet quickly. And Ava Taksar, who's going to try to put the ball in the box, right in the gloves of Jess Giovinazzo, who's playing quickly for Michaela Thornton. Sam Price. Brown. Back to Thornton in the middle. She has now a lot of space.
Yeah, giving Thornton that space to turn with the ball. And that's what Wagga really effective at denying in the first half. But now that she's doing it, they're looking dangerous all over the place.
Shot for Jalosha. Jalosha who can dribble Ems, and Jalosha scores.
And Jalosha doesn't miss from there either.
And Jalosha is telling Alexia Forner, you're not going to get away from me.
Yeah, I would say the core difference so far in this second half is just the room that Michaela Thornton has had to move, had to run, been able to turn with the ball, get her head up and find that pass.
She's able to turn around. She's able to give the ball to Rasha on the right side. And then Rasha finds herself with a bit of space, can come back into the middle and then find that beautiful through ball between defenders for Jalosha.
Right. And Miranda Walker was looking like a really good matchup for her in the first half. She's just looking a little bit sore out there now. I think she might have taken a knock in the first half. It just doesn't seem to be on her game as much as she was in the first half.
Exactly. And she's playing a little bit lower with leaving Maddie Harris and Tia Lyons to go for the full press. I think you're right. There's a little bit less energy coming from Walker, unfortunately. Brown on the left side, chased by Lockley. Very good chase. And a bit of misunderstanding between Samantha Price and Catherine Brown. 5-0 now. It starts to look like a classic Belconnen game.
Right. And, it's a really unusual season with, 9 rounds. So, it's a clever coach who can get your team firing just before those crucial final rounds, those points that you need just before the final series.
Suzewaya get the goal kick. And Belconnen is about to play maybe the game of the season next week against Canberra, Croatia, against Grace Gill.
Yeah, that'll be a fantastic game, a repeat of last year's grand final.
Exactly.
Which, it went right down to the wire. It was one of the best games I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, and Belconnen able to secure the title at the 118th minute. But they'll be playing on Sunday at 12:15 next week, which is unusual for a women's game, but which is great because that means we can all watch it.
Yeah, I mean, that grand final last year was the game that felt like it was never going to end, but you didn't want it to. You didn't want that game to end, and the way it did end, it was heartbreaking for Canberra, Croatia.
Yeah, what a send-off for Munoz. And every time I speak to the girls or to Nick Brozenik, the coach of Canberra, Croatia, that's what I hear. We're here to put one more. We're here to put one more this season. So
right. Yeah, moments like that as well, learning opportunities for coaches, and you won't see coaches make the same mistakes twice after a loss like that.
Exactly. Next week is an opportunity for Canberra, Croatia, or for Belconnen to take a psychological option on that potential future grand final. Jalosha with the ball right now. She's trying to find Maguire. Good ball. There's no one between Maguire and Samantha Ames. And another dribble. Or maybe a little bit too much on
the
it.
touch was just too heavy.
She prevented the goal kick but couldn't get the ball back.
I thought Maguire was a sure thing for a hat-trick then.
She was definitely on a hat-trick. She did position herself very well. Sorry, onside, waiting for Jalosha to find the time to pass the ball before she started her run. But Samantha Ames, to be fair, that was a good way for her to prevent.
They were looking to attack down. Oh.
Little ball again.
Oh, no offside goal.
That's the second time that Price can deliver those beautiful, well-timed, well-paced through ball.
It was interesting over there. They were looking to attack down the right-hand side, and Jessie Rushard's overlapping run was just a little bit poorly timed. It was a little bit slow.
I think when you win 5-0, maybe the efforts aren't as thorough as they were in the first half.
Yeah, normally you'd say, backing from a W League season into the NPLW season, maybe she'd be a little bit tired. But COVID has kind of given these players a break that they otherwise wouldn't have had.
Exactly. Now Forner finding herself in the box. Forner just slightly pushing Eva Tuxar to try and put her in the position, but the referee called that one a foul. Yeah, and what a season was 2019 for Jessie Rasha, MVP of the NPLW, and then Heather Garriott calling her to play for the Westfield W League in Canberra United.
Yeah, and she got some real match minutes in that W League season as well. And of course, she had another baby, so her partner had another baby. So what's to say? She's probably up late night, changing nappies, feeding bubs.
That's a great story for everyone out there who loves to play football. It's not because you haven't made it in W League at 18 years old that your ambitions are over.
Absolutely. And just because you're up there getting no sleep, late nights with a new baby, doesn't mean you can be out here. You can't be out here playing great football.
Exactly. Says Sarah West, who tells her players to come and train at 6:30 a.m. every Friday.
It's character building. 6:30 a.m. on a cold Canberra winter's morning is very character building.
Another free kick from Wagga City Wanderers in the box, unfortunately not finding anyone. There was a substitution while we were talking, sorry. Karen Clark got out and was substituted by Maria Picci in the back four for Belconnen. Forner and Tia Lions having a bit of a fight in the midfield, and Tia Lions won that one, but Rasha is able to cover the through ball. Giovinazzo for McGovern.
There goes Brown again in space out wide. Ball just came a little bit too late.
Exactly, McGovern had the opportunity to send her up just a little bit earlier.
You see Brown get just a little bit frustrated then. That ball needed to come earlier.
Brandon Nicholson with the throw-in. Trying to find Maddie Harris, she does. But the ball only goes to Thornton, who can find Jalocha. McGovern for Pachi. Pachi finds Thornton, who can turn around but can't quite control the ball, and Lisa Carey is clearing it for the Wanderers. .20 minutes left to play here in Hawker Football Centre, 5-0 for Belconnen. Wagga City Wanderers, who did really well in the first half, disrupting Belconnen's passing football, but during the second half we can definitely see the fatigue in the New South Wales side, and Belconnen only too happy to take advantage of it and already scored 3 goals in the first 25 minutes of that second half.
Yeah, the scoreline, it really tells a story of Belconnen's sort of class and experience, but I don't think it tells a story about Wagga, you know, as accurately as maybe you'd hope it would. Their defensive play in the first half was really good, and if they can get to the point where they can carry that through 90 minutes of football next season, they are going to be a force to reckon with.
Exactly, and that's the point, I think, talking about Nixon, because they are a young side. It is their second season in the NPLW. Sam Grays has taken over that side only this season, and is definitely building something. I mean, last season the under-17 reached the final against Cameron Academy, so he has definitely a lot of potential in the Riverina. That he's going to be able to exploit, and we can see the work that he's doing already. Oh,
absolutely. Their youth are very strong, and, you know, they're never easy to come up against. You know, defensive discipline and maintaining defensive discipline for a whole game is probably one of the hardest things to master as a team in football. So, you know, they're well on their way to creating a team that can do that.
Exactly, and it's only better for us and for the quality of the NPLW. Nicholson finding Waya behind her. The Wanderers captain giving the ball to Ems. Ems turning it for Lisa Carey. Lisa Carey chased by Carnegie, who's trying to clear the ball, but Rashad was here to intercept it. She does get a throw in though. The throw in only as far as Rashad, who's finding Forner in the middle of the pitch. Walker closing in, but without too much energy. McGovern trying to find Maguire, but the ball slipped and went all the way to Taksar.
The midfield rotation for Belconnen in this half is looking a lot better. It's you know, those moments when Forner drops in and Michaela pushes forward. They're creating a lot of opportunities for Belconnen.
Exactly, and you know, the 3 goals sort of came from that kind of situation. Pachi. Harry is trying to closing, but Pachi can find Forner. Forner has a bit too much pace for a player of that talent, and she can find Carnegie right on the edge of the box. Carnegie, one touch in the box, shot from the right side, and that's a beautiful goal.
Perfectly placed goal. Lovely ball too.
Lovely ball by Forner, and Carnegie just entered a few minutes ago, pushes the ball, gets into the box, and then finds the opposite side net.
Yeah, it's important for Sam Gray's team now to just lift their heads and find a way to keep going in this game. They're looking a little bit down and out now. It's hard to play against Belconnen, and 90 minutes against Belconnen can be punishing.
Exactly, but you wanna think about the next game and the next game, and if you fight until the 90 minutes, then you're just creating a little bit more game stamina for yourself.
Yeah, he'll be looking for Miranda Walker to really step up as captain now and encourage these young players on the field, because there is so much promise in this team. There is so much for them to keep working towards.
Exactly, and here one of them, Maddie Harris, who impressed us today. Good fight against Zalosa right here. Keep pressing. McGovern trying the little dummy, can find Pachi on her left. For Forner. Forner can find Brown. Back to Pachi. Thornton. McGovern. Forner tried the run, but McGovern didn't see it, but she saw Rasha on the right side. Now Rasha has some space on the right. Few bodies in the middle, but good closing by Lisa Carey.
There's a nice pass by Mia McGovern.
Good pass by McGovern. I think the control by Rasha maybe went a little bit too much into the box, where she could have getting a little bit more space and try and find a cross over there. And Alexia Forner is going to take care of that corner kick. Sam Gray waiting for the next ball out to do a substitution.
Wagga has 9 players in the box here defending this corner.
Yeah, the blue seems so overwhelming and powerful when it comes to a corner kick. Forner, second post, on the head of Rasha. Can't hit that one properly. Ball goes back in the air. Thornton fighting with Vakari, and a free kick is whistled. The substitution for the Wanderers. Miranda Walker coming out. And it's Sophie Carey coming in for the Wanderers. We said Miranda Walker seemed to have taken a knock on the first half and was a little bit less efficient in her pressing on the second half.
Yeah, look, I guess what you really want to be doing now is trying to shut down Michaela Thornton again. They were so effective shutting her down in the first half, and since they've stepped off her a little bit, of course, Belco have scored goals and had more opportunities.
And a bit of a change in tactics in Wagga City Wanderers. Piper Lockley, whose job now is to stop. Thornton is in the midfield. Lisa Carey is on the right wing. And Sophie Carey is actually coming as a fullback on the left side. Good defense by Brandy Nicholson here.
Yeah, Wagga in that play had a back line of 5.
Goal kick for the Wanderers. Rasha can get that ball in the middle of 3 players, find Maguire. Maguire trying to get into the box. Good defense by... Sorry, that was Avataxar. McGovern finds Forner. Forner back down to Pachi.
You can hear Sam Gray calling on his side to push up. Don't give them room to run at you.
And that's what you said before, you know, the score line shouldn't prevent you from keep playing, and Sam Gray just wants his girl to keep believing a goal would be really good psychologically for the Wanderers. Throwing for Brown, who's going to get another throw-in. Samantha Price was substituted as well during the game. I think it's Zyla Murphy on the left side right here. Another throwing for Belconnen up on the left side. So Nina Zarevac came in for Samantha Price. And she's got the ball in the box now, Nina Zarevac. She scored her first goal last week for her first game in first grade with Belconnen.
It really is the case that everybody in that lineup can score goals.
Forner with the header for Carnegie. Forner again. This time controls the ball, put it down to feet, find McGovern, can play with Pachi. Pachi for Thornton, and Lockley is closing in on Thornton.
Really smart play there, switching the point of attack through the back. Rushart was out wide, but she wasn't on. She was marked, so we have to go the other way.
And Pachi trying to find Maguire, but Maguire couldn't find Zarevach. Nicholson, find Lockley in the middle, closed in by Thornton. And unfortunately, Lockley pulled that ball out. 10 minutes left to play here in Hawker. Belconnen definitely has this game under control now, 6-0 for the Blue Devils.
That takes them to 31 goals in 5 games.
I've seen worse attacks, worse offensive sides. I think if it comes to goal difference at the end of the season, they definitely have an advantage that no one can come back to. Jessie Rashard took a little bit of a knock here when Havatuksa tried to clear the ball. Hopefully the ankle didn't turn. Takes a bit of time to go back to her position. She seems okay.
This game and the number of goals scored really sets this up for an amazing clash between Belconnen and CCFC. You know, if CCFC, they really need to win that game. If they can win that game, fantastic. If they can't, there's no way they can catch Belconnen on goal difference. You don't think?
Exactly, and the difference maybe for that game is that Canberra, Croatia will potentially play 2 games next week. The game that was washed out earlier today could be played midweek, and then they will have to play the Monaro Panthers during the week in Riverside, potentially at a time where they're not used to play, and then facing Belconnen at 12:15 on Sunday at home in Deakin. We are talking about Jewel and closing in Thornton. I'm sure Grace Gill will love a full game in front of Michaela Thornton in the midfield. Good one by McGovern right here. Nice dribble, gives her a lot of space and time to focus on where she's going to put the ball, and she finds Catherine Brown. Good ball for Forner. Forner is creating the unbalance in the defense, finds Carnegie. Carnegie, the exact same shot as earlier.
Beautiful.
Jalosha tapped in, but she was offside when Carnegie shot.
That opportunity was created by Fauna there. She held onto the ball long enough to draw the defender, and then she put the ball. Had she gone earlier, she probably wouldn't have created that opportunity. Very smart play.
Exactly, very efficient. And yeah, Carnegie's shot was deflected by Samantha Hems, and Jalosha was offside when Carnegie shot. Another change in the Belconnen side, or actually in both sides. For Belconnen, Jessie Rashard comes out and Katie Woodman comes in. It looks like Carnegie is dropping as the right back, Woodman coming in the midfield. Maguire on the right, and Jalosha is going to play up front. And for the Wagga City Wanderers, it's Lisa Carey who came out, replaced by Stacey Collins. Pachi with the ball on the halfway line, finds McGovern. Carnegie with the run. McGovern trying to find Carnegie. Right on Sophie Carey. Megan Castle, that's a good ball.
Oh, she was offside
for
there.
Collins.
I was very surprised that wasn't called offside.
Unfortunately, the ball was too long anyway. Forner with a bit of time finds McGovern. Forner again coming to the left for Thornton. Nina Zarevach. Ball lacked a bit of precision for Woodman, and now Lockley trying to find Castle in the middle. But McGovern is here. Carnegie on the right. Passes the ball to Jalosha. She's got 3 players in front of her, but she's able to put it out wide to Maguire. Maguire trying to find some pace in front of Sophie Carey, but good defense by Sophie Carey.
Really, really good defence by Sophie Carey there. Jazz Maguire will be doing everything she can here to get that hat trick.
Can she from a corner kick?
Yeah, no, look. Probably ill-timed.
You never know. Another change for the Wagga City Wanderers. Tess Vakari coming out. She's replaced by Kim Morgan. Maguire with the corner kick. Lands on McGovern, and now Michaela Thornton, who's able to score a goal as well. Wagga City not able to clear that corner kick, unfortunately.
Yep. That's my favourite type of corner, a corner to the near post.
And this time it worked for Belconnen and Michaela Thornton, making the score a little bit worse for the Wanderers. (7-0) kickoff for the Wanderers. Lockley who misses the ball. Zarevak finding Woodman in the middle. The ball wide for Maguire. Lockley seemed that she hurt herself when she missed that ball earlier. Zarevak resisting Brandy Nicholson, finding Jalosha in the box. Jalosha with a shot, hit the crossbar. Jalosha was going for a 7th goal of the season. Wasn't able to finish, unfortunately. Just a little bit over 5 minutes left to play here. Clearance for Wagga City, not far enough, and Belconnen bring the danger once again. Lockley intercepted by Zarevac here, who can go ahead and score.
Yeah, that was a beautiful finish.
Second goal is 2 weeks for the young forward.
Should be absolutely stoked with that start with Belconnen.
And that goal she just created herself. Was here to just dispute the ball to Piper Lockley, and then one-on-one versus Sam Ems. Find the opposite net. That's 8-0 now. Carnegie for Zarevac. Brandy Nicholson trying to play forward, but she was fouled by Zarevac.
Yeah, Wagga are just struggling to get players onto the, into that last line of Belco's defence. When they have the ball in those positions, they're struggling to find anyone forward to even play to feet.
Seems like the effort it takes for them to get to the midfield is then too hard for them to get to the last 30 meters. Another free kick that lands in the box, but unfortunately Wagga City can't take advantage of it. Forner taking time, waiting for support. She finds Maya Pachi. Pachi for Woodman, who plays with for McGovern. Thornton, who finds Forner on the left side. She's got a bit of space. Catherine Brown on the other side over there. Maguire is very, very alone. McGovern sees her and finds her.
She definitely wasn't offside there. I was pleased that the linesman kept the flag down.
She got space, could resist to carry, but tucks are very well closed in. Maguire had seen Jalosha in the middle. The only game next week, Canberra, Croatia and Belconnen will not be the only game. On Saturday, Monaro, Panthers and Canberra Olympic are playing at 1 p.m. On Riverside. I'll be commenting this one. And on Sunday, Canberra, Croatia and Belconnen will be playing at 12:15, like we said before. At 3 o'clock, Tuggeranong will host the Wagga City Wanderers down in Canberra. And then the last game will be Wotan Western against Gungalin at Melrose. That will be commented as well. So we got 3 NPLW games commented next weekend. It's great for the women's game in Canberra.
Yeah, I think that Wagga versus Tuggeranong game is going to be an outstanding game to watch.
Exactly, and it was for Sam Gray, if they were able to put an upset today, the opportunity to really put themselves in the top four. Unfortunately, what we're seeing today is that Belconnen is going to end up in the top of the ladder until they visit Canberra, Croatia next weekend. Forner with a little bit of time, no one's closing in on her, and she's seeing Carnegie on the other side. She's putting the ball behind Sophie Carey. That's Maguire, sorry. Maguire, one touch for Jalosha. Jalosha facing Ems, and Ems wins that duel.
Yeah, you can see Wagga are really trying to play that offside rule. Every time that ball goes over, they're calling for the offside, although the last few certainly haven't been offside.
They're missing the step to put the player offside that they had during the first half, so well done. Thornton finding Pachi. Forner resisting Lockley, but Lockley keeps going, and Forner again being able to keep control of the ball. Pachi now for Thornton, trying to turn around. She makes it, finds Maguire. Maguire one touch for Jalosha. Jalosha at the corner of the box, could dribble Ems, finds Thornton just outside the box. Could not adjust her left foot to find the back of the net. Just a minute left in that game today.
A minute before we can go and thaw out our hands and feet.
You asked for snow, you got the weather.
It's no fair if I don't get the snow to go with it.
Waya's clearance only as far as Brown and Belconnen combining in the midfield. McGovern finding Carnegie on the right side. Maguire into the box. One touch, try to cut back for Woodman. She gets the ball still. Cleared by Collins. Only as far as Forner. Finding Woodman, now Thornton. Thornton with three players around her has to come back to Catherine Brown. Ooh. Good that way I could put the foot in there because the ball was going straight for Jalosha, and now Thornton can get the ball again, trying to turn around, but good intervention by Wagga. Alexia Forner turning around.
Jazz Maguire's on her own out there on the right-hand side again.
Again, and Woodman finds her. One control and she's in the box, and now there's four players for Belconnen in the box.
Oh,
and Jalosha
would you believe it?
Not able to put that one in.
Again, Wagga really unhappy not to be getting those offside calls, but they're not looking offside from up here in the commentary box.
They're definitely not. And Wagga can be lucky that Jalosha didn't score the 9th goal today. Another opportunity for her, she's in the box. Puts it down to Maguire. Maguire across back to Zarevac, and Zarevac shots, but good save by Sam Ems.
Very good save by Sam Ems, well done.
Megan Castle with the ball. Unfortunately, Forner can get it. Again, that call for offside. This time it's Gillen.
They got it that time. Avatuksa will clear that ball for the Wanderers. Jalosha for Forner. Forner has time, finds Woodman. Woodman trying to get Jalosha behind the Wanderers defense. Jalosha is in the box. Trying to dribble Sophie Carey, but Sophie Carey was vigilant. Haven't seen the referee look at his watch yet. I'm surprised. I don't think we've had any stoppages.
Exactly. The game should come to an end soon. Unfortunate for...
Here he goes.
Oh, there you go. He looked at it and whistled the three whistles, sorry. Again, a solid victory for Belconnen, who's definitely going to be strong and threatening until the end of the season. 8-0 is definitely severe for Wagga City. It was 2-0 at halftime, and there's a reason for it. What did you think, Sarah?
It was definitely a game of two halves. You know, I think Sam Gray can go back on that long drive to Wagga, and I hope he feels positive about all the things that his team managed to achieve in that first half. You know, as I said, that defensive discipline looked fantastic in the first half, and they looked threatening. They had opportunities in that first half. Second half, obviously, fatigue set in, and they weren't able to do the same, and conceded quite a few goals. But there's lots of positives. There's a lot of promise in this young Wagga side.
Exactly, and I think the Wagga side will hear from them next season for sure, on a full season. Belconnen 8, Wagga City 0. That's the end of the game here in Hawker Football Centre. Thank you for being with us again. Thank you for Bar TV, the home of grassroots sports in Australia, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.